Alright, let's get this started. So welcome to another one of Smarty Plan's digital planning videos, and in this one I'm going to be showing you the True Palette Planner. This is really different from the other ones that I've made so far. So everything about it is different. Not only is it vertical instead of horizontal or landscape, and it's not dated, and it's also weekly instead of daily. So there's many things that are different about this planner. But let me start little by little. So as you can see, you can choose among these three covers. So there's going to be three different documents, PDF documents that you can use, and each contain the same planner, but just the different cover. And the reason why is because whenever you're in whichever page of the planner, you can click on the rings, and then it takes you to the cover page. So here, as you can see, you have a lot of tabs. They're all clickable. There's many clickable things in this planner. There's so many hyperlinks, over 30,000 hyperlinks, so many. There's also a lot of pages. Let's see. There's 584 pages. So I'm just gonna skim through it so I can show you what it looks like inside. So it is undated, as I mentioned. You can start using this planner whenever you want in the year. You can get this planner mid-July, January, December, and you can still start using it right the moment you get it. And here you can also see you get the spaces, of course, to put the numbers in. You also have these little buttons here. They are really buttons, so you can click on any of the weeks and it's going to take you to the week of that month. So if I'm in January and I go to week 1, it takes me to January week 1. So I'm not going to jump into the weekly pages yet because I still have to show you the monthly for every month. So whenever you click on the tabs, it's going to take you to the monthly page. So this is what the monthly page looks like. It's pretty similar layout as the one that we just saw before. So here you can put the day of the month that it is. And then you also get the space to click on any of the weeks that you want to go to. So there's really easy access to just travel to any page of the planner that you want to. And then of course you get your space for the top goals, top tasks, and events. And down here you get also nice few trackers. So there's mood tracker, habits tracker, monthly. There's also a weekly one that I'll be showing you in a second when we look over the weekly page. Yeah, the weekly page. Okay, so the mood tracker, habits monthly tracker, fitness, sleep, finances, social media, TV and games, reading, and then 2 free slots that also take you to a page so that you can fill it out with whichever trackers you want. So you get 2 of those. And okay, so these are all the monthly trackers. So as you can see, you are in the monthly page. So it would only make sense that here in the monthly page, you can go to the monthly trackers. And then I'm gonna start showing you the weekly page. So if I click on any of the weeks, then I go to the week. And here you can see there's quite a few things to fill out. So for instance, there's all the days of the week, of course. This is the weekly page after all. This is a Monday start. And here you have the little spaces to write down the day it is, of like the day of the month. So Monday the 1st or whatever. And then you get your little checklist. You have some space for lines to write your water intake, and then a space with dot grid, or dotted grid, which however it is. I also wanted to show you this up here. So okay, few things I want to show you actually. Here up top you can see there's also a few other buttons. So you can go to the next weeks of the month if you click on any of the buttons. So you can go to whichever week, and then you see that they start appearing on this side. So this is the previous weeks and the coming weeks. So if I go to week 5, then there's not going to be any coming weeks because that's the last week, etc., etc. So it's really easy to just navigate and write down whatever it is you have to do for every week and every day of the week, of course. So in every weekly page, whichever one that I go to, it doesn't matter. Down here, there's going to be the weekly trackers. So there's not as many as the monthly trackers, but you still have some things that you can do with this. So of course, there's the daily page that I'm going to show you in just a second. You can make this planner daily as well. So that's really nice. There's also the habits weekly. Also, you can track your meal plans more precisely weekly instead of monthly. And groceries list plus 2 free slots. So in case I missed on any trackers, you can still add them into the planner. Then, of course, for each week, you can figure out what your top goals, tasks, and events are. Now, okay, I'm gonna go back to the month and I'm gonna start showing you the monthly trackers. Then we're gonna go look at the weekly trackers. So just June, for example, we could do August since it's the coming month right now. Here, as we mentioned, you can write the day of the month, you can go to the weeks, and we have our monthly trackers, our beloved monthly trackers. Okay, let me just go ahead and click on the mood tracker. So pretty straightforward, just like on my other planners. If you have watched any of the videos that I've made to walk you through the planners, it's really just the same thing. You have a few spaces for every day of the month. Well, you have a space for every day of the month that you have to fill out with a color that represents a mood that you have chosen. So for example, red, angry, green, happy, and well, you can see what that's for. Venting and thinking about what you've done. Okay, so I could go back to the monthly page and click on the next tracker, but for the monthly trackers, I've put them all together for every month. So here for August, they're gonna be one after the other. So you can quickly just go through all of them and fill out all of them at once if you want. Or you can also go to the August or the monthly page, and if you're just looking to go to the social media, for example, you can just go there like through here and you don't have to keep swiping pages. Okay, so going back to, I don't know which tracker we were looking at. I know I've explained the mood trackers, so now it's the habits tracker. So this one is also like the other ones that I've made. Here you have a space for the habits, then so you can write down your habits that you want to track, and then you have a space for the dates of the month, so you can fill out your numbers, your colors accordingly. Okay, so next tracker, fitness plan. So you have your, well, fitness tracker. So you have your fitness plan here. You have what you would like to do. So you plan out your month according to what the exercises that you'd like to be doing. And then here is the reality, the reality. So you can just check, I've done what I've said I was gonna do. And well, some fitness goals, things to avoid, and a little grid. Okay, so the next tracker is the sleep tracker. Again, just like the other ones that I've done, you can track your hours of sleep, your total energy, the dream you've had, time in bed, time you woke up, the morning mood, and a little space for notes. Then there's some space for goals, things to avoid, and a dot grid to write down any thoughts or do any graphs or anything you would like to use it for. That's why it's there, empty. So next up is the financial tracker with a really long expenses tracker. Okay, so this is actually the longest one I've made. You have so many places to write down your expenses throughout the month. And if this is not enough, you can always duplicate this page or screenshot this part of the page and use it as a sticker to place here, for example, or in another page. So you have your financial goals, your savings, so what you added this month and your total savings. Then there's the beloved dot grid and an income table. Okay, so after the financial tracker, we have the social media. So here you have your ideal plan. So you can plan out, for example, every Monday I'm gonna put a YouTube video, every Friday it's a freebie. So you can just go ahead and fill those out. And then over here you have your monthly overview. So your biggest milestones, you can look back and see how you've progressed. Yeah, okay. So next up, the TVs and games tracker. So you can keep track of your movie watching, the title of the movie, whether you are watching, wanting to watch, or finished watching, and whether you like it or not. Then finally, okay, the TV shows, the same thing, exactly the same thing, the title with your status and thumbs up or down. Okay, so down here you have a space for your video games, and here you have some dot grid, so you can either write down more thoughts on whatever you want to, video games, movies, or TV shows, put some pictures of the games you're playing, anything you want to use this for. Okay, so the next one is the reading tracker. So you have a nice little bookshelf right here that you can use to write down the name of the book you're reading. You can color it whatever color you want to make it pop a little more. And there's also going to be some stickers you can pop in here to add a touch of color and make it look like a little book flag. Okay, so after the bookshelf, there's the main goal. So, well, I mean, there's a little table to keep track of some things about your reading habits. And on this side, you have a space for your research. So if you want to research a few of things, I mean, I know I have a few things in mind. You can just write down the main topic so that you don't forget that you want to look that up. Okay, so this is the free page that I put, and then this is the next free page. So of course you can see at least you're in August, and then the extra monthly tracker page, you can put down what the tracker is going to be like. Okay, so then back to a monthly page. We are on the next month, which is September. Let me go back to August. So, all right, I'm gonna go to week number 1, for example, and down here we have the weekly trackers. So daily page, this is a really complete daily page. Here you can keep track of all the tasks that you have to do by the hour. There's also, you can say whether it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, any day of the week, the day that it is, the year that you're using this planner, a little thought of the day. I always think that's nice. Then there's the priorities, chores, and then a space for your activity, water intake, and breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a free space. Perfect. Okay, so same thing. So I'm just gonna go back to week 1. Going back to week 1 or week 2 or week 3 or week 4, whichever. So the next one would be the habits tracker. I can just go there like that, or as you can see, this is the daily page we looked over, and you can just keep swiping pages and go to the next weekly trackers. Anyways, okay, so the habits tracker, the weekly habits tracker, and you get up to 10 habits per week to track. Next tracker would be the meal plan tracker. So here you can write down your weekly meal plan, and it's a weekly meal plan. So Monday, Tuesday through obviously Sunday. And then breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. And then a free slot just in case there's something I missed, like midnight snacks. So next is the simplest page probably in this planner. Well, or one of the simplest, because then this one is more simple. So the next one is the groceries list. Here you have checkboxes, and then you can write down your groceries list and check them off as you go. Okay, so next up is the empty pages, or are the empty pages that you can use for adding any kind of tracker that you want. Okay, so then there's the next weekly page, etc, 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 with all the trackers as well. For each weekly page you get the same set of trackers. And of course what you can do, if you want to use a daily page, you can just go to the daily page template for each week. And so for each week it says for each week it tells you which week you're at, so you should duplicate that page so you know that you're planning for a day specifically in that week. So okay, since I wasn't able to explain myself so well, I think I'm just gonna let you look at it. So there's actually one more thing that I have to show you, because this is not over. Of course, there's always notebook side to a planner that I like to include just for taking notes, and also even you can use them for stickers, and you can use it as a sticker book, so you have your stickers all organized in the different tabs. And in each tab also there's not just white pages, so this would be the front page, which is a white page that you can duplicate, and then there's the line page, there's also the grid, and my beloved dot grid. Okay, and so I'm in the last page of the planner. So we looked over the yearly page, then there's also the monthly page, which I didn't show you because it's really simple. so that you can keep track of, for example, important dates, holidays, birthdays, and you can have a nice overview of all of it at once, and you can plan ahead. We've also looked at the monthly page with all of the monthly trackers and what they each are and what their page looks like. We've also looked at the weekly pages. We've also seen that there's many options and many ways to get to each page. Another thing we've looked at is the weekly trackers and the notebook section. So as you can see, there's a lot to this planner, and there's many ways you can organize your life with this, and the options are really limitless. There's really nothing you cannot do with this planner. You can keep adding things to it, you can reuse it year after year. So if you have stick through the whole video with me until the end, first of all, congrats, because I can I can speak for a long time especially for something that I like. And I also wanted to thank you, of course, for sticking with me until the end. And if you like my videos and you would like to see more of them, please hit that subscribe button, click that like button, like my videos, subscribe to my channel, basically. That's what I meant to say. Okay, so I'm gonna let you go now, and I'll see you on the next video.